everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is season 4 of Off Your Flosser podcast. Go to your social media and find us. Like, subscribe, follow. We're out there everywhere.
And you can also find us on offyourflosser.com. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Sandy Lee.
And you can go.
I apologize for my voice. I had a I had a late night and
Imagine that. Party animal.
That hour drive home, I was just like I was fading. I had the windows open, singing and stuff, trying to stay awake. Yeah, so I didn't want to drink too much. I didn't want to drink too much coffee, and then I'm gonna be up till 5 a.m. So
yes.
I was just trying to ride that line, and it was just a long day. I got there 5:30.
Yeah.
And it was almost 2 by the time I got home. So it was just a long day.
I like your background, man. Yeah.
It's
I like
almost
your
there.
Shishoogie Bear flag. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks.
John's outside, but you should make one for John, so I can give it to him, for his birthday or something. That would be awesome. He would love it for his shop, which is looking pretty dang good right now.
When is it?
On Windows. June. So you got time.
Do you want a small one like that one?
Yeah. What size is that? It's okay.
It's 9. This one's 9.5 by 19.
Do you make them bigger? That's what she said.
I can. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm down in the basement and it's really dusty.
It's a brand new basement.
I know. There's construction dust and stuff everywhere. Sorry, but if you make them bigger, man, to put that in his shop, he would love it.
All right.
I'll pay you.
No, it's not even a problem about the. I have all the paint and all the stencils and everything. It's just it won't be done this week if you want one of the bigger ones.
This week? Oh, that's fine. Just don't forget about me.
No. Yeah, because I want to get back into making them. A couple people asked them, but these stand on their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need one that you just mount on the wall, so it doesn't have to be as thick, maybe.
Okay, yeah, no, I know exactly. I put one in my in our game room, and one of my the other granddad, I gave him one. He put it on his front porch, dude. That's how much he liked it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thanks, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna start an Etsy shop?
No, I'm gonna stop just short of that. I think hanging. So here's the thing. That style that I have behind me is called board and batten, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Right?
How high does it go? Because some people would call it wainscoting or something like that.
Just go straight to the ceiling, son.
Oh,
to
are you
the
gonna
top
do
trim.
cross ones too, or just?
I think I'm gonna just leave it at that and leave it kind of like that Barney kind of look. And then that cedar, I bought cedar because it smelled nice. And my wife was like, maybe you might want to leave it, raw. And then kind of looks like a barn, like a stucco house from the 1900s or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't look.
It looks incomplete. I would just paint it the same color as the wall. That's me though.
Yeah. So I have enough paint, and so I got to run caulk on the edges of the wood, and it's a little bit more of a process. So I got to cut in a little bit more on the ceiling, and then touch up some spots where I spill. So it's not 100% done, but the lion's share of it is done, and
that's really
sucked.
good.
I like this color better than the orangey kind of.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we have the same color in our dining room. And it kind of fits there with the brown table and you know what I mean? It kind of goes, it looks good in there. But here it was just too dark and kind of gloomy. You know what I mean? So
anyway. You needed to brighten it up. It looks nice.
Yeah. I need a little bit
just
more
paint
light
it,
for sure.
It'll be good.
I have a friend of mine. His name is Jamie Ward, right? And I may have talked about him. I know I've talked about him before. He's he sounds Southern, but he's Asian.
Yes.
And so it messes with your mind a little bit. One of the funniest, smartest dudes I know, and we would go on these overnight road trips or 1 or 2 day gigs, you know what I mean? But back in the day, I miss doing that, silly stuff because we would have so much fun, you know what I mean? And it was just wholesome fun. Yeah. And our fun revolved around talking trash, about people and places and things, right? And we would get sometimes into deep philosophical conversations because, like I said, he's a smart dude.
Yeah.
And then other times, the other third of the times, it'd be talking about food.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
He's a bit of a foodie, and he's like, dude, you got to try this pizza. So we stopped at a truck stop gas station place, right?
Yeah.
Called Love's, where you can buy granola.
Oh, we have a Love's. Yeah.
Yeah, CB radios, and damn, you could take a
They
shower
got
there.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
It's a truck stop. Yeah,
it's
nice.
a legit. I didn't know that was that hardcore, but yeah, you can get in there and freshen up and become a human again.
Right.
And he's like, their pizza, bro. I'm like, what? He's like, trust me. And I'm like, all right, so let's go in there. Dude, it wasn't bad.
I know.
It was really good. And I'm like, I'm as a Puerto Rican dude from New Jersey, where we invented pizza. Well, in my opinion, we have some of the best pizza in the world, but
yeah,
in North Jersey, New York area is what I'm saying. That metropolitan area. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't New York style, but it was really, really good.
Yeah,
good topping amount, good cheese. The sauce was good, and it wasn't like sweet and like kidsy.
Yeah, don't give me sweet. And I'm like, pasta. What?
Yeah. So it was surprisingly good. That's all I'm going to say about Love's Pizza, because I sound like a trucker at this point. You know what I mean? But
well, now I guess we need to go to Love's to get pizza or something, because it's right down the road from us. Well, it was closer when we were living at our old house, but
trust me, try it. I'm telling you, tell me what you think. Just one slice, you got nothing to lose.
Right. Have you had? Do you have a Casey's General Store? Like it's a gas station?
No, we have a Sunshine Band, but we don't have the
no
Casey's in the Sunshine Band.
Oh,
shake.
No.
No. All right.
No. Why?
I did a couple of those last night. Kind of those like cheesy one-liner. Yeah. And then I would grab the mic and go, get it. And I would laugh, and I go, "Some of these are for me, folks." And I literally said, like, your favorite line. I'm like, "They're not all gems, folks. They're not all gems. Some of these are for me." And and they go, "Yeah, he's having fun," even though it was kind of cheesy. But it was one of those things where, but the shows were amazing, dude. John Heffron, last comic standing winner, and just a real nice guy. And we're about the same age, really. And Just a funny dude, clean, and the guy starting the show, his name was Tricks with 2 X's, and Tricks ain't for kids. He's huge on Instagram.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, comedian Tricks. Yeah, so evidently he's huge on Instagram, and I'm kind of out of that loop. But he's like, dude, you gotta get on. He was giving us some tips. We'll talk after, but
because it's hard to juggle all the social medias. So Sandy. Right now I'm
telling you, bro.
Bank.
Yeah. Well, you're not rich, but money's money, right. Dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I've been focusing more on the TikTok channel because platform. It's real big right now. So Instagram has been slacking, and Instagram posts to our Facebook page. So those things have been slacking, but TikTok's doing pretty well. We've got we've tripled our followers there in just a matter of a week and a half.
That's ridiculous.
Hey.
And no one's dancing, in bikinis or anything. So that's pretty good.
No, we don't. Yeah, no, nobody wants to see that.
No.
somebody would get hurt. So back to my story before you hijacked it or whatever, but just playing.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Casey's General Store has breakfast pizza. Have you had breakfast pizza?
I have no idea what that is. I can imagine. What's it, bacon and sausage?
Sausage, egg, cheese on a pizza crust, and freaking amazing.
Dude, that does not sound bad. That does sound pretty good.
And it's not like a pasta sauce. It's a pasta pizza sauce. It's a almost like a... Gosh, I don't even know what it is, but it's not that. I'm thinking biscuits and gravy, would be the sauce, and then you put, oh, damn.
Dude, that's gonna be so fattening, bro.
It's not red at all. It's kind of whitish, so maybe it's some sort of Alfredo, but maybe not really. Maybe it is gravy, from country gravy.
Dude, that might be the gravy.
You know what I'm saying?
The white gravy. You want
to talk about heart attack on a slice,
bro?
There you go.
Damn. But I tell you what, though, you eat one of those,
yeah,
you're gonna drive about 6 or 7 hours before you even think about eating anything again.
Oh yeah, it'll fill you up. Totally. Ugh.
I think that falls under the category of you don't want to get used to eating this, but you got to try it at least once. Sort of like
Yeah.
I have this, I don't want to say fascination, but a curiosity. I've never tried any of the fried Snickers or Twinkies or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I've had fried Oreos.
But it sounds like it would be pretty damn good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I would feel guilty, especially knowing my history.
Yeah.
Enjoying something like, you know what I mean? But I'm still curious about it. Does that make sense?
You're tri-curious.
Yeah, it's one of my faults. What are you going to do? It's going to kill me,
Gosh, I'm smart.
You know what I said last night? I go, it's weird because I don't feel like a Latino man. I feel like a blonde woman, and it's not like a sexual thing. It's because I'm a dental hygienist, and they were just confused. You know what I mean? And then I went into my spiel.
They didn't know what the heck you were saying.
Like, where is he going with this? He's totally not a blonde woman. You know what I mean? But
no, not quite.
Stereotypically, the little cutesy blonde hygienist is what people think of when you say hygienist. Is all I'm saying.
Right, I agree.
Again, I'm not saying it's accurate or represents current company or
when you
but
when you walk into a room full of people, they don't go, I bet you he's a dental hygienist.
Gotta be. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see me walking into a room and they're like, I wonder, is she like a food critic? Because eats a lot.
Those two look like they eat breakfast pizzas. That's what people say about me, at least. I don't know, man.
We're like the hobbits that have like breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, second lunch, dinner before dinner, and then dinner after dinner.
Are we gonna do a pre-dinner? Like a little sandwich or something?
Yeah. It's a pre-game.
Like I see. I'm not saying I it's right or healthy, but I can see where if you didn't have any like willpower, you could easily gain 300, 400 pounds. You know what I mean? And eat yourself to death. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have any willpower, Carlos. That doesn't give me much hope.
Well,
I seriously though, like from day before surgery to now, I've gained probably about 10 or 15 pounds. Part of it was because I was just laid up on a couch
inactivity.
And then the other part of it, well, I started to lose a little weight because I wasn't really eating. I was very dependent on John, so he would bring me up food and stuff. And, once I was done eating, that was it. Now it's like, if I'm bored, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really hungry, but I'm bored. And then
eat type of thing, right? You're not really hungry, but let me poke around.
Right. And I got an elliptical, so life is changing starting on Monday. I started, you remember, I did it for like a year. I got up early, got on the elliptical, like was doing good with that, but food is my downfall.
Dude.
Definitely my downfall.
Yeah.
And it's like 80% of it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to get a failing grade. F.
We've had this conversation before.
Yes.
We've had this conversation before. And,
I know. And I look at old pictures of myself when I lost all that weight and I'm just like, dang. Dude. I could do it again. But, it's hard. It's hard.
You drive past Love's and then boom, we're back in that.
Yeah. Got to get that pizza. Well, Carlos told me to.
I know, right?
But I think I am going to call it's a naturopathic doctor and they work with your hormones to kind of balance things out. Because of my hysterectomy, I feel like I need to do something like that, get a little extra help, because everything that I'm understanding from like menopause-ish things is it's harder to lose weight. It's harder to, figure out your hormones. So I think I'm going to see somebody that does it in a more natural way and see what I can do. But I got an accountability partner. Her name is Lisa Klink. She's not into clink. That was.
She'll put you there.
She might if I don't get my schniznit together.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in Lighthearted, and she's got an Apple Watch. Did you know you can like share your activity and stuff with people and you can compete with them and stuff on your Apple Watch?
I hear you saying, but I don't need to disappoint other people too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it. I can't even say it's like it makes them competitive because they'll look at mine and go, "Well, shit, I don't even have to do anything to beat her."
But no, but that's
this week,
anything is like that. Here's the thing: what I would recommend, and this is where I mess up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start something, and then I go in 110%,
right?
Tweak something or twerk something, depending, if you're
tweak or twerk, one or the other.
If you're below the Mason-Dixon line, and which is probably twerk down here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
this is where twerking was invented. I don't know if you knew that, but
twerk capital of the world.
That's it, and somebody's gonna get mad at that stage. But
hey, don't get mad at me. To offyourflosser@gmail.com.
Yeah, you gotta take the good with the bad. Oh yeah, and then I hurt myself, and then I don't do anything for 2 weeks, and then I'm like, man, whatever. You know what I mean? So you start slow is what I would recommend. Don't go in there too hard, too heavy, too fast.
Right, and I'm not like just like I got the elliptical. I was gonna work out on Monday, but I don't know, I slept in or something. That's awesome. But Tuesday, I did about 15 minutes, not too crazy. And I got a used Nordic track. It's a nice one with the little screen where this guy is like walking you through Portugal while you're doing the elliptical.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real nice. Got a good deal, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk through Costa Rica or Portugal or whatever, and stay motivated. But 19%. I know I can do it. I've done it. What's that?
My DNA, 19% Portugal.
Oh, do you want to walk through Portugal with me or something? Like,
no, I'm just saying. I mean,
you can.
Random facts.
Take you to the homeland.
I don't. I
don't 19% have of your homeland.
I don't have one of those ellipticals. I remember I was talking with a friend. I was like, yeah, I was on the epileptical. She goes, elliptical, and I'm like, I get seizures when I think about getting on that.
I bet you burn more calories though. Can you imagine doing it and like?
Oh, it's horrible. I'm not making fun of people with seizures, but
yeah. I mean, it's not.
But it's nice on your knees. It doesn't hurt though. You know what I'm saying? That's
and that's why I got it.
You get your arms and back into it. But the rowing machine, I kind of wish I had
Ooh, those are nice.
Kind of still wish I had a rowing. But the rowing machine is brutal, dude. That's cardio, son.
Yeah, you're working like everything, and I mean, so an elliptical, you're working everything. But I feel like with the rowing machine, because you're like arching your back and then going forward, like you're working your core too.
Dude, you're working
like
everything.
Even more so. How much does it burn? Rowing.
I want to say 1,000 calories an hour, 900, something like that. I mean, if you go nice, but then again, who can do that for an hour?
Oh no.
But I know younger guys that can. It's embarrassing how fast, and I'm like, there's no way I can go that fast. I mean, just my heart just I would kill myself. But you the guys that row, all I'm saying, are in ridiculous shape.
Oh, I'm sure.
Those maybe college kids.
I think maybe because I saw some like decently priced ones on Amazon. Maybe I should get a cheaper one.
You just work it till you break it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, just to see if I like it. That's the thing. Like. With the elliptical, I know I like it because I went to a gym and I tried them out and stuff. And the rowing machine, I've done it before, and I thought, I liked it back then. So
there's a little technique in it, and I had a guy who rowed show me how to do it well. And again, I'm no expert, but there is a little rhythm you get into it, and But you kind of put on some music, dude, and you just sort of vibe out for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, and you're drenched, and your legs are shaking, and you're done when you get off of that thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, run into a hotel somewhere and be like, yo, I left something in the gym. And hop on it, or senior center somewhere, you know what I mean? And just hop in.
Yeah, I think I left my in the gym, whatever you leave in the gym, I don't even know.
your water bottle or whatever.
Yeah, water bottle. That sounds good. Yeah, I leave my water bottle.
That sounds
in
believable.
the gym.
I don't go to the gym much because I don't live near a gym now. I was going to Crunch, right? But
yeah,
what used to make me laugh was people would come in with giant duffel bags of stuff.
Yeah, like what do they have in there?
Are you unless you're changing and going to work afterwards?
Right, which some of them are. I mean,
I
if it's
can
early
see
enough,
that. But what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's with the duffel bag? What are you putting in there?
I don't know.
You know what? Did you need to carry that much shit with you? Just bring a towel and a bottle of water. I would bring one bottle of water and like a little towel I would throw over my shoulder. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, my earbuds. But what are people doing? What would you have you ever done that? Have you ever brought gear? Like extra shoes?
No.
Where are the shoes you're going to wear at the gym? Wear them in.
Right. No, I'll have like one of those little backpack, like cinch backpacks, those tiny backpacks. And I would have, the water bottle, my and this was back in the day, like, my whatever I was listening to music on, whether it was like an iPod or do you remember iPods? Whoa.
Dude.
And just stuff like that. Water bottle, maybe no, I didn't even bring a towel. I wasn't much of a sweater. I never really have. Like, the only time I would really sweat was when I was sparring because I was like really putting everything I got into it. Maybe I just wasn't doing my best at my workouts. Dang.
Hindsight's 20/20, son.
Yeah, it's like an epiphany.
I'm
a slacker.
Weren't we supposed to talk about something?
I've known that for years. What's up?
67%. That's all I got, bro. I don't do 100.
Sorry, dude.
That's too much.
I don't want to be an overachiever.
I know. I want to keep it moderate. I'm C plus, B minus. At best.
Yeah.
Hey, did you want to? What was it you wanted to talk about?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You call it extreme frugality?
Yeah, and so what kind of sparked this was with a car payment now, with the house, with the shop, like all of these things, like we paid cash for a lot of things based off of our house selling,
Right.
With all those bills that we have now, I was like, I'm gonna start being a little more money minded, start being a little more frugal. So I joined this group and it's called Everything Frugal. And some of these people are crazy frugal.
Yeah.
So it just started the
crazy
conversation.
Frugal or just crazy?
Probably both. Because it'll save you half a cent. So yeah, that's great. But anyway, so I asked in the group, I said, what's the most frugal thing? The post says, I'm compiling the most ridiculous frugality tips for for today's recording. Oh, this cat. What you got? So the people started telling me stories. Some were dental related. Somebody said that they had a patient who flosses with fishing line because he can use the same piece over and over because it never breaks.
Oh.
I don't know. And then somebody else reuses sandwich bags, but I do that. Like if it's dry, like chips or a sandwich that's not like got stuff on it, I'll totally use the same bag again. Would you?
Especially if you're going to do the same.
Yeah, like
if
same
that's your
chips.
chip bag or,
Right. Yeah.
Crackers or whatever.
Yeah. One person said that they had a patient refuse to waste new toothbrushes and they cleaned theirs in the dishwasher and used the same one for years. Like, no. 3 months, lady. 3 months. I can't even, oh my gosh, cat. I can't even imagine what her toothbrush looked like. Because you know how some people, they brush really hard and their bristles are like, what do they call them? Summer bristles. Some are there, some are here.
I don't see how that even just let's say you brush with the appropriate amount of force. I don't see how a toothbrush can last that long.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And still be effective is what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't like the new ones that make my gums bleed, bro. That's because the old ones aren't
right.
are too soft. You know what I mean? It's there's nothing.
Because the old ones weren't doing crap.
Oh.
But another there were a couple of people that said that at family get-togethers, they'll wash the plastic utensils and stuff after, and the plastic cups and stuff. I'm like, but the point of having paper products or plastic products is so you don't have to wash them.
That's the whole point.
Right. And that's what I don't understand. Because think about the money that you're saving by, reusing them. You're wasting in water. So are you really saving anything?
I don't know. I don't know how much water is, but
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's odd. I saw a thing. I don't know if it was on HBO. I don't know where it was, or the internet. You know what I mean? Just YouTube. Yeah. And it was an extreme frugal time. And there was several people that took 2-ply toilet paper and separated and made 2 rolls out of it, right?
Yes.
One dude says, like every 6 months, they don't buy any groceries until they clear out the pantry. And then they scraped up some change from the couch and from the car cushions and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, I got I don't know, I'm gonna throw a number out. He goes, I got $7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
that's a lot of change in a couch.
What can I get at the butcher shop? And the guy goes, I don't know, man. I think he had a goat head or something like that. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how. I wouldn't even know where to start trying to cook a goat head. You know what I mean? But this guy took it home and it did something to it. And I was like, what the world, man? I get it. Not being spiteful. I get it. Want to save a buck. I totally understand that. And, I don't like spending money just to spend it either. Although I will buy my toys or whatever, but I don't buy Starbucks. I don't.
Right.
Go to McDonald's every day for lunch. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat some toast and some butter or some jelly and just keep it moving. The point is, what was it? The one lady, she would dress up in like in older clothes, and this was in New York City, and go outside of like Whole Foods and different restaurants and stuff, and get stuff that they were throwing away that was expiring that day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or just expired that morning or whatever. But she's going through the trash to get it, is my point.
I don't think I would mind that so much because, if it's expiring that day, you can still freeze a lot of things and make it last. And I'm sorry,
it's just the mental block of going through a trash or from
going
inside
through
a dumpster.
Trash, but maybe call and say, hey, but
like if I was coming in
why
there,
they're not like donating it to homeless shelters or something.
Yeah, and they go, hey, Bob, Tina, do you have anything you're throwing away today? Yeah. Do you have any steak that you can't sell past tonight at midnight? Yeah, I'll come down. I'll give you, 30 cents on the dollar or whatever. I get it,
Yeah.
But once it goes past the rim, remember that episode on Seinfeld where George was at a party and somebody's mother-in-law or aunt bit an eclair and then threw it in the trash. And he
but it was
picked
sitting
it up
right on top.
It was on the doily. He goes, once it passes the rim of the receptacle, it is trash. You are a bum, George. You are a bum. And I kind of feel the same way. Once it crosses that threshold, it's you're. He goes,
if it's.
It was sitting on top. It was on the, and he goes, and it was. She already took a bite out of it. So the girlfriend walks in.
That's the part I would have a problem with.
And he's just like, just gobbling. It's all over his face, dude. That's unnecessary behavior, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that dude wouldn't have a problem going to Love's and eating that breakfast pizza. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't. So okay, so
what would you do that? Would you take something a stranger left? Because I know people leave all kinds of stuff. Let's say you're on a date. People are on dates and they're trying to, the girl's trying to be, cutesy or whatever. It doesn't barely touch her nuggets.
That's not me at all. That is not me at all.
Yeah,
well, that's right. That, and I'm ordering more. If you don't like it, we ain't meant to be.
Yeah, my wife doesn't eat red meat anymore, pork, beef, any of that. But when we first ate, when we first met, one of our first dates was to a steak place, and she went
Yeah.
blow to blow, you know what I mean, with like a T-bone or whatever it was, and I was like, yo, she's not shy,
That's
you
my
know what I
woman
mean?
right there.
And I was like, all right,
Yes.
cool. So and then we had a bunch of other things in common too. So but now she doesn't eat red meat, but I remember that stood out because she was like, look, this is me, bro. If you don't like it, now's the time to find out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, why
and I
waste your
can
time
respect that.
trying to be somebody else?
I can totally respect that.
That's the thing. Like all these people, where they say, "Oh, put your best foot forward" and all this stuff. No, be who you're gonna be. So I know what the heck I'm getting into.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I went on a first
That
date
kind of
with a
ways around.
guy years ago, and we went to the movies and we saw, I think it was American Pie Wedding or something like that. And I laughed. And I laughed loud, and I laughed a lot because that is who I am. I could tell that he kept like kind of like looking over, and then he kind of sunk down because he knew some people that were in the theater. And I was like, hey, if this ain't for you, then this is date one, date none, you know. But yeah, we dated for a couple of years, and then I don't know. I guess it was just too much for him.
Yeah, too
All
much
of
laughter,
this.
too much happiness.
Poor
But
John, though. But he knew what he was getting into, because that's my motto. I am who I am. I don't put on a front, because if I do, how do you have genuine relationships with people if they put on a front? You know what I mean?
How do you start being a regular person at that point?
Right.
But,
I mean, I get like not wanting to pass gas in front of them for a long time, that kind of thing. Okay, fine, but
manners
I'm not gonna.
is one thing.
Yes, manners is one thing, but I am not gonna pretend that I'm someone else.
Yeah.
Or this dainty and no, dude, like give me the 20-ouncer and I finish it off and lick the plate. Maybe.
But back to my original question. So you work at a restaurant, somebody leaves a barely touched fillet on a thing.
No.
Do you cut off the bite marks and just take the rest of the steak?
No, if it's
I could probably do that. I could probably do that more than I can take trash food out of out of a dumpster.
Yeah, it's
you know what
not
I mean?
about like strangers. Oh my gosh, this cat. If strangers ate off of it, that's not my thing. Like,
I'm not saying bite the bite mark. Just cut that part off.
Yeah.
No, I know.
This
whole thing just sounds kind of gross, but
it depends on how it's cooked.
What do you guys
rare?
say? No. And if you made it this far, listening to this nonsense,
yeah,
would you finish off? You cut off the bite marks or wherever it was already pre-cut, and eat the rest of the steak or the chicken or whatever it was, or is it all trash? Once it's on somebody's plate and they eat off of it, is it all trash? Or is that okay and it only becomes trash once it hits the garbage
passes the rim?
At what point does food turn to trash is what I'm asking you.
Yes. At what point does food turn into trash?
Because I can tell you right now, if we were both homeless and we're hanging outside of damn Longhorns,
it is down.
That shit is gonna be gourmet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yo, I found a thing of honey mustard. Let me dip that T-bone in there. You know what I mean? Or those nuggets. And kids order food and don't eat things. Yeah, it depends where you're from. Right now, because we're all fancy and have wood on the walls and recording in basements.
Cedar.
we may not do that, but I don't know. I'm not downing anybody for doing what they got to do to survive. But if given an option, I probably wouldn't eat out of a dumpster. Is all I'm saying.
I'm not judging anybody. You do what you got to do.
No, of course not.
And if you're a millionaire and you still dumpster dive for dented cans at the local,
that's probably why you're a millionaire.
Trader Joe's, like, do what you got to do. I mean, you're not harming anybody. It's not like you're forcing me. Oh, but it makes you wonder when you go to eat at somebody else's house.
That's where I was going to. That chick that went and got the food from the garbage had some friends from college over. So she had an apartment in New York City, paid off, didn't have TP. She had like a homemade bidet thing. Yeah. the whole thing just makes me want to gag just thinking about it, right?
Oh, it makes you change your whole like outlook
so she
on
was hardcore, and
homemade
she
food.
probably had a ton of money saved up, but she was afraid. Maybe she grew up poor. I don't know what the problem was, right?
Right.
But the college guy friend brought his girlfriend over to meet her because they all went to school together, and they did some financial plan or whatever it was, right?
Right.
The girlfriend got up and was like, "Oh my god, this was in a dumpster," and you could see her kind of like just physically like run to the bathroom and kind of like, you know, let go of the past.
Yeah.
Because just the thought of eating that this was in a dumpster messed with her. Maybe there was nothing wrong with the food because it was, you know, I'm sure it was fine.
It might have tasted great.
But knowing that that's where it came from is what messed her up. And it would probably make me a little nauseous too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Golly.
So
we're gonna have our our housewarming party here, and I can guarantee everyone, if you come to visit, we will have brand new,
fresh,
store-bought, fresh food for you.
Always frozen or whatever. Never kept at room temperature.
Fresh, never frozen. You know.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What a conversation, man. That's weird. But you wonder what you're capable of if push came to shove. You know what I'm saying? I wonder.
I mean, if I literally was living off the streets, that would be more than acceptable.
Bro.
More than acceptable.
Dude.
So.
Swing by Longhorns after they close. I don't know why I keep saying Longhorns. But you know, there's a lot of food in this country, right? Because we have overweight homeless people. Think about it.
Yeah.
We have overweight homeless people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And luckily, in all jokes aside, there's still people that have there's programs and stuff. I mean, I don't know specifically, but there's people that give food. You know what I mean? If I know if I see somebody starving, you know, and like, hey man, I haven't eaten in a couple days. Can you get a few bucks? I'm like, dude, what do you want? I'll get you whatever you want. You know what I mean? And you know, just here's a big ass bag of burgers or whatever. Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? But because I like to eat, and I wouldn't let anybody else starve. You know?
Right.
That's how I look at it. You know, I'm not buying you a car, but we're gonna split this pizza, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You don't get a Mustang, but you get a Big Mac. So there you go.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So I guess what you're saying is if you can help somebody and just you know what I like to do randomly. I probably shouldn't even say it because that takes some of the fun out of it for me. But just pay for somebody's order. And, at a drive-thru.
We do that. The radio station here, the Christian Joy FM, they give you out these little cards that when you pay it forward, they call it joying. So if you got joyed, you get a little card and then you pass it on to the next person, that sort of thing. And I've done it a few times. I'm trying to think if I've ever had it done to me though. And I don't know if I have, but I mean, I don't keep tabs on that stuff too either, you know.
People have bought me cups of coffee and stuff before, so yeah. So I mean, it's only fair to keep it going. Although I will say this: the other day, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts to get a cup of coffee, and the guy behind me is in a big F-150, right? He's beeping his horn at me like, "Hurry up, go!" Because I was on my phone and the car in front of me moved and beep, and it wasn't like a beep, like a little, hey, heads up, it was like, you know, there's room, and it was like air horns and stuff, and I'm like, mother, you know, and I go, okay, all right. So I get to the window, and I go, how much is the order? You know, the guy behind, he goes, I go, listen, we work together. I'll pick his food up. So I paid for his order and got his food and drove off with his food.
That's hilarious. But could lead to
cost me $12,
violence.
But it made me laugh knowing that I took this guy's, you know, avocado bacon ranch, whatever the hell it was. I couldn't eat it all, but still, it pissed me off, dude. But yeah, sometimes you got to do good things for bad reasons. You know what I mean? Just to does that make sense? Like pay somebody,
not really.
Buy somebody's lunch and then steal it.
Buy somebody's lunch so you can eat it.
It's hilarious. The guy was an ass.
So anyway. The good news is I bought your meal. Bad news is I also ate your meal.
I also took it. Yeah. So now you got to order again and cause that confusion
and sit there and wait. Ugh.
Sorry, lady at Dunkin'
Anyway.
Donuts. I went in
Oh,
for a coffee
gosh.
and a bagel, left with a sandwich and a large peach tea
Yep.
or whatever the hell that
And
was.
my coffee and bagel. And a mad lady behind me.
Yeah, that's what you get. But
All right. I guess we better close it down. Shut it down.
Real quick tonight, I'm doing on a showcase with Keenan Thompson from you remember that show,
Oh,
Keenan
yeah.
and Kel? Yeah.
Yep.
And he's on Saturday Night Live, and just so
Yeah.
it's a showcase. There's no guarantees or anything, but I think the winner, they take you to New York and you get to perform at Caroline's Comedy
that's
Club,
cool.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then I guess I'm going to New York. But if not, that's okay too. Sold out shows, so I'm definitely going to go in and do the best I can.
Murder it. Yes,
And
that's
then
awesome.
this Friday, I'll see you and Jonathan.
Yes, in person.
Bang bang in
Chicago.
Chi-Town. Yeah. House of Blues,
that'd
right?
Be fun.
For On DM.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, On DM. I think that's French.
I think it's Latin.
I feel like it's French. I don't know, because you said that in a post, and I was like, I think it's French, but I didn't comment because I wasn't quite sure, so I just left it.
I say we know the people. Let's call them and ask them. Is that French or Latin?
Yeah, where'd you get that, homie?
I go, is that Latin? I don't know. This is what I do know. So yeah, it's gonna be fun because Elijah and Sean and Michelle, everybody from
they're taking the bus. I wish you guys were coming closer to St. Louis, and then we could hop on too, because I think that would be a party bus. Party bus.
I think we're at capacity.
Yeah.
I think we're at capacity.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Nice. Well, I figure we're going to take the Bronco, so that'll be a nice drive. Yeah. Smooth ride. Well, not really, but because it's rugged.
You go on highways. You're not taking back roads.
No, we're doing a straight shot. As the crow flies, we're just going to climb over everything.
Well, great talking to you again. Sorry, I apologize, but I overslept this morning. And
it's all good, man. It's all good. So everybody go check us out on TikTok. I'm working hard trying to build that up. You can also find us on Facebook. We have a page, Off Your Flosser Podcast. We're on Instagram. We have an email address, offyourflosser@gmail.com. If you like us, don't like us, tell us why or why not.
Want to complain, whatever.
Yeah, we like to hear it all.
And we'll debate it. We may not agree with you, but we will.
We are master debaters.
We will figure it out. All right. On that note, folks.
That was episode 172.
172.
Boom.
All right, guys. Be good.
All right, everybody.
Go floss yourselves.
Yes, go floss yourselves.
Peace.